So I'm on my lunch right now, so I'm gonna do an update on how I'm feeling, which is I'm bloated. Like, seriously, it's ridiculous. Today I finished my lunch, so of course I'm not like gonna show it, but I just had salmon and like some salad, and that was it. Just keeping it lean. I need to drink a whole lot more water. I am pretty much through most of my day. I actually have like an hour and a half left, and then I'm gonna go to yoga. So that's like my favorite thing on Thursdays, is to go to yoga and stretch out. That class is hard as hell though. I'm sorry, my yoga teacher, I love her, but I'm like dead at the end of that yoga class. I've never had a yoga class that like pushed me like that. So one of the things that I've been thinking about is finding a new dermatologist. It's been a while since I've actually like had my skin looked at, and I have a couple of areas of concern that I want to look at. I have some moles that have been checked before, but I just want to check them again. And then I also have like this wrinkle right here, and it's killing me. I have never thought about getting like Botox or something like that, but I just feel like my face, you know, I don't think it's like vain, but I definitely know that my face has settled. When I'm at home and I'm not all made up and stuff, and I got my hair all like off and stuff, my face, like my forehead, has settled quite a bit. It's really crazy. It will actually like settle down, and I have like a huge crease right there. Oh, and I look at my sisters, and they don't have that aging yet, so I have to kind of figure out like what is going on with that. So I'm gonna go talk to an expert. So I really need to find a new therapist. I have not gone to therapy in a long time, but this year is all about me just showing up for myself, and I need to show up for myself mentally and emotionally. So finding a good therapist to talk about some of the things that have been kind of ruminating in my mind would be fantastic. Those are the things that I find to be really valuable. Yes, fitness is a huge part of my life right now, and it always will be, but also the mental aspect. And I'm hoping I can find a therapist that I really connect to, that I can really start making some progress, taking me through some trauma that I've been through. I need to kind of work through that a little bit more. My main thing that I've been really focusing on is just working on getting some more content for you guys, and just really focusing on giving myself breaks. Like this week, you know, with me being on my flow time, what I find is that when I work really hard in the gym, cramps are so much better. And it also really depends on what you eat. What I've found in my cycle is that if I'm eating really clean and I have a good workout a few days before I start my period, my cramps are way less, but it kind of fluctuates. Everyone's body is different. My cramps the last time that I had my period, last cycle, were miserable. I haven't had horrible cramps like that in a really, really long time. And I don't know if it's because I'm getting older and my body's changing, my hormones are changing, or what, but it was really horrible. And then this time, my cramps weren't that bad. So I don't know if it's because I worked out really hard and I had a long walk over the weekend, and then I did, you know, I was really active before, but I don't know. But that's kind of where I'm at. But I definitely need to hydrate, because I look like a beach well right now, literally. But that's okay. Just life as a chick.
I sit here crying when you're out with someone else, and I want you here with me when it's 3 a.m. Though I wish I didn't care for you. Though I wish I didn't care for you. I'm over here, and I'll be waiting for you. I won't get through till you love me too. I know you said
Alright, I just finished my hike and it was really simple, easy, probably about a little over a mile, maybe a mile and a half. And it was like the perfect summer day. I really love this gloomy weather because it makes the hike less miserable. So yeah, and it was nice, not too many people out, pretty quiet until you get close to, there's a major road that runs behind here. But it's lovely and I enjoy this hike, and it was perfect for me on a perfect Sunday. And I'm gonna go home and catch up on what I need to do. I'm just getting to my car and I am about to go to Target to go pick up some stuff that I just bought. The hike was awesome, actually. It's in this little lake that not too many people know about yet. If you live in this neighborhood, you know that it's here. They just opened it up recently. It used to be a water reservoir that was closed to the public, but now you can come here, you can hike, and you can fish. They put fish in the lake, and I really enjoyed it. I really love that it was so cool today and overcast. It was perfect. A lot of people are complaining about this in California, but I actually love it because you're not hot and sweaty. There's really no trees on this trail, so I would not recommend hiking it in the middle of the day, afternoon, early morning before it gets hot. But I thought it was lovely. A lot of wildlife here. It looks like it's a heavily trafficked horse trail as well, so you'll run across a lot of horse droppings on your way, so just be aware of that. Okay, so it looks like I got about a little over a mile, which was nice. And what I really liked about it was that there wasn't that many people, and I didn't feel like nervous being on a trail. There wasn't really anybody creepy, and that's usually like the things that I look for are like trails where there's like people around, but like not too many people, and that I feel like safe enough to walk on. Overall fitness journey, let's do a quick update. So it's been okay. Like I mentioned in my earlier parts of my video that it was my Aunt Flo time, which really sucked. So I spent some time dealing with that this week, a lot of bloating, starting to come down a lot, which is nice. But my eating has been crazy, uncontrollably crazy. Normally, like when I'm having this, my monthly, I tend to not want to eat, and this time I wanted to eat, and so I actually went and I got ice cream yesterday. It was very unusual for me to do. So the coming week I'm going to be eating a lot more protein, a whole lot of water, and then also just checking into myself emotionally. One of my goals upcoming this week is just to find a therapist, make an appointment, and then another one is a dermatologist, because I need to start taking better care of my skin and all some stuff that's happening with my scalp. Anywho, that's what's happening here. Okay, so I just finished our workout and it sucked today. I feel so much better than I did last week. I'm not bloated, which is an A+, but I was sweating. Like, you would not believe how badly I was sweating today. I had like, it was like rain in my eyeballs. Like, I couldn't even see. You'll see in like, you probably saw in the video, the one when we're doing like the bicep curls against the wall, like I had my eyes closed. That's because my mascara was running into my eye and it was burning. So that was the moment. But it sucked, man. It sucked today. And it wasn't even like we were doing any like running per se. Like we did do that up, you know, up, down, down on the steps. But that was it. But for me, I was just like drenched in sweat. So right now I'm gonna go head over to the Abbey, hang out, take a few moments. I'm going to edit this video, and then once I'm done with that, then I will go for a walk around 7:45. That's my usual. And then usually about 20 to 30 minute walk. Pretty good self-care day. I feel much better. I was feeling really, really low today, like extremely low. And I don't know what it is, but I don't know if it was just Monday. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night. So that could be half of it, that I literally just laid in bed all night and my mind was just going. Not unusual for like a Sunday night heading into Monday, but my voice in my head was very loud. So I did not sleep very well. And so I came in and I was a little bit grumpy, but that's okay. That's usual. But it was nice because I at least got to go into work and nobody was in the office yet. Everybody was late this morning because we actually had rain, which was unexpected. Was not feeling good at all this morning mentally. The workout was good. I went on a hike yesterday, which you guys saw. I think I needed to do a little bit more exercise yesterday. I feel like that wasn't enough for my body to like switch my body into like being in a better mindset. I feel much better since I got that good workout in, and my mind just needs that. I have this kick right now where I'm really concerned about like not only like my physical health, but like my brain. And I don't know, I'm just really focused on it and trying to figure out like what can I do to make sure that my brain is in a good spot. Like I want to be like sharp, like freaking Betty White. Like she was sharp on it in her 90s. Like she literally worked until she died. And I want to have like a mind like hers. And one of the things that she did was she did crossword puzzles every day for like her whole life. That's all she did. She would do crossword puzzles and word search. So I started that, and like brain teasers, and you know, she was active and social. So I was like, okay, maybe I need to incorporate that into my life. I started doing word searches at night, and that's kind of like my stress relief, as I'm sitting there looking for words, and that really helps my mind before I start editing or writing. It just kind of gets me in a good state of mind. It clears my mind of a lot of, it allows me to do what I need to do. I'm actually going to Starbucks because I feel like I need a little pick-me-up. And then I'm gonna head over to church. So back to the whole brain health thing. So I kept getting these videos of that Dr. Amen guy. Like he's on TikTok and he has like a TED Talk, and I was listening to it today, and he's talking all about brain health and what alcohol does to your brain, even if you just drink it like once a week. Dr. Amen guy, I am like feeling his vibe about like the healthy eating and keeping your brain active. And I haven't been drinking alcohol. I went through a period where I was drinking way too much, like way too much. So I knocked that off, thought that would help me lose some weight. Hasn't really helped a whole lot. Like I see the inches, I see it, but I'm not seeing it drop on the scale. So that's a whole nother moment that I have to deal with. But I really want to focus on my brain health. The book out, I might get it, or I might get it on Audible just to listen to it, but I'm really fascinated. So anyway, so today I was looking up on a computer about getting a brain scan. I've always wanted to get a brain scan just to see like what's happening in there. I got hit by a car when I was 15. Doctor at the ER told me that I didn't have a concussion, but I don't remember a whole lot of those 2 weeks after I got hit. I remember certain things, but not a lot. And so I'm wondering if I had concussion. I think it's gonna show up. Also, I feel like my processing, and maybe just because I process differently, I would like to just see if that's just like my normal. I lose my train of thought, and I don't know if that has to do with my self-esteem possibly, or if it's just the way my brain works. I'm really looking forward to number one, seeing if my insurance will cover it. I'll be highly disappointed if my insurance doesn't cover it as body scan. They might not, because they're like, oh, it's an elective scan and your doctor doing A, B, and C. But I don't know, I might be able to talk to my doctor about it, and she might be able to advocate for me for getting my brain looked at. So the reason why I want to get my brain scan was just because I dealt with this depression for so long, like so long, it's just persistent. And if there's something that's going on that Maybe I'm not getting the right treatment. I don't know what it is, but I would like to figure out what is happening inside of my head so that I can feel better. I don't know if it's just life circumstances. If things were better, I might feel better. I fear that I'm always going to feel this way, and so I don't want that. So that's why I want to get my head scanned, so at least I can get some understanding, and they can tell me, okay, well, this is what area that you need to build on. Your mind is missing this. You need to work on this to start rebuilding those connections in that area. So I'm hopeful that I'll hear back from the office soon. Just kind of see what's there. What makes me me? Because what's me, of course, it's like my soul, but my brain is me. It's the way I work and I process. So, and I process a lot differently than a lot of people. So I'm curious. I'm gonna learn what I can. One of the things he did recommend was infrared sauna, and that's something I've really been like trying to find an infrared sauna in my area that I know, like not just at the gym, but like, you know, somewhere where I can go that's like, I know it's clean, and then they have other things that I can like participate in. So the ice bath thing that I want to do, there's one like too far for me, but I want to make sure, number one, that I can afford it, and then number two, that I'm actually going to use it. If I'm going to do infrared sauna, my hope is I can go like every day or a couple times a week. That's my hope. So, and we're rolling again. Brain health, I'm really focused on that. Nutrition, I need to pull it together, man. I've just been struggling. I really thought like this past week would be a really lean week for me, because usually when I'm on my period, I do not want to eat. I feel sick to my stomach. I'm literally bloated. Everything in my body feels inflamed. It's miserable. I want like more of a high quality infrared sauna. So I know there's a place that's not too far from here, that it's a lot farther than I'd like. I'd really like to find a place that's like less than 10 minutes from my house, ideally, but I haven't been able to find it yet. So the closest place would be like 20 minutes away, and then I can also do like the ice bath thing. And I'm really curious to see is if I do that, if like the inflammation in my body will go away. So I might do that sooner than later, just to see how my body responds. I still need like a bathing suit, and of course, like I'm not gonna go in like a 2-piece or 1-piece is not an option for me. So I have to get like a bathing suit that covers me up, and I did find some online that's more like a bodysuit with shorts, and so I think for me that would make me feel a little bit more comfortable and less like exposed and worrying about like how I look. So there's like a breath work class I can do, and then they have an infrared sauna, and then they have the ice bath. So the ice bath is something that I really don't want to do, and I'm super scared to do it because I know it's going to be cold, it's going to be painful, I'm going to hate it. But I kind of want to do it just so I can teach my brain to be stronger, to be more resilient. So anywho, that's kind of some of the things I've been thinking about for like self-care, and that I would recommend to you. I'm always like a project. Like if I don't have a project going on in my life, I'm not happy. So right now, I'm my project. So I'm always looking for things that I can improve on or get better. This is it. It's, you know, getting my health in shape, my brain's another thing, and then also just trying to find happiness, and what does that mean for me right now? And right now I don't know what that means. So I just need to keep exploring different ways to add some happiness and excitement in my life, and I got to figure it out.